I'm about to share with you 4 ways that you can completely quiet and calm the mind, and every single one of these techniques are 100% free and always accessible, so stay tuned for more. Okay, so the very first technique that we're going to talk about today to quiet and clear the mind is going to involve our breath. Now, actually, the first 3 out of all 4 of these recommendations all involve breathing, just different ways to approach it and different types of exercises to do with your breath. And the breath is something that we have access to, and it's completely free. So I invite you to tune in with that as you go through these exercises and just discover how your breath can self-regulate you and bring you back into that present state, much more relaxed and calm. So the very first breathing technique is going to be breath counting. So what this will be is taking an inhale in through the nose for the count of 1, and then letting it go for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just counting. 5, 6. You can have your eyes closed for this just to center yourself inward. 7, 8. And however long your inhale and exhale needs to be, I definitely invite you to take a deep inhale in and a long exhale out, because that definitely sends your body into a much more relaxed, calming state, just to recenter you. So that is breath counting. And you can do this for about 15 to 30 breaths, whatever it is you feel like you need. Now, the second breathing technique to calm and clear the mind is box breathing. So box breathing is something that you can do with other activities. So for example, cold plunging. Box breathing is a very cleansing, clearing breath that you can do while cold plunging to regulate yourself and really bring yourself into that state of calm and clearing your mind. Any of those thoughts coming through that say, get me the heck out of this cold plunge, you can actually use the breath to regulate yourself and really calm you into that present moment. So the box breathing is going to be, well, there's different ways to do it, but for today, you're going to learn that you breathe in for the count of 4. That wasn't quite 4, but you get the point. You take a deep inhale in for the count of 4. Hold it for 4, then release it for 4. If you need to go a little longer, you can, but that same pattern like a box, 4, 4, 4. So you notice how when you do that, you're also breathing in that kind of breath count, but you're also giving yourself space to really acknowledge the breathing and focus on that, which helps keep you from being distracted and focusing on whatever is causing you chaos or just blocking your mental clarity. So again, this is box breathing, and that will be breathing in for a count of 4, holding it for 4, and then releasing for 4. And then another breathing in for 4, holding it for 4, releasing for 4. And that's just that box breathing technique. You can do 3 rounds of this. You can do 30 breaths, whatever it is you feel you need, but definitely just take it at your own pace. And do not feel like you have to do a ton of breaths for it to be impactful. If you are going inward, your eyes closed, if you even want to have on some music, you can. I definitely invite you. Though music is a very powerful part of breath work, if you can find connection and centeredness even without music, maybe you're outside, maybe you just step away from your desk or your workstation and just go outside for a moment and just have that moment for yourself and take these breathing techniques with you. That can be a really powerful way to connect in with the present without having to have any distractions. Now, the third technique is going to be a somatic daily breath work. So this is talked about very frequently on this channel, but basically what this will be, and you can definitely tune into other videos where these are guided for you, where you can go through this and actually be guided and not have to do it by yourself, because community is a huge part of this. But this will be basically 2 rounds of 30 breaths with a breath hold in the middle, which allows you space to digest and process whatever the breath is bringing up. But the first 30 breaths will be more clearing breath, and that will be breaths in and out of the mouth like this. You can use your sound if you need to. And then you'll have that breath hold after about 30 breaths. And then the second round will be deep inhales through the nose, long exhales out through the mouth or nose. Just like that for about 30 breaths, maybe even 15 breaths. whatever you feel you need. The many practices that you'll find here on this channel are those 30 breaths, so 30 clearing breaths, breath hold, and 30 more repatterning, centering breaths. And that will allow you to really become present in this moment and clear out. Maybe it's one thing that's blocking you, that's giving you chaos in the mind, that's keeping you from truly being clear-headed and peaceful, and bringing that one thing up and out, and then allowing you to receive how you actually want to feel and show up in that calm, regulated, clear-minded state. So all of these 3 breathing techniques are ways that you can freely and always in an accessible way access that clarity of mind and calm. And the very last technique I will provide for you today is journaling, or even sending voice notes to yourself. Just getting those mental chaos thoughts out onto either your voice message in your phone or journaling it out. And this allows you to get it out on paper, or even, like I said, in your voice messaging if you prefer to speak it out, if you are a verbal processor, if you want to journal it out. This is a great way to release it and still have it to look back on even, and just see how far you've come. And this really allows you to keep it from being literally held in your body, but actually releasing it and letting it go. So it's something that is also really powerful after a breathwork journey, after something called a somatic breathwork journey. A big part of the integration is actually sharing what did come up for you and allowing that space to be seen and heard. And by verbally processing it out and sharing it, that is a whole other layer of actually working through it. Or even journaling it. Journaling is a huge part of what is a priority after you receive a breathwork journey, and that allows you to actually get it out on paper like we've heard here and actually process it through. So you've heard 4 different techniques today that are all free. The first is breath counting, then we have box breathing, then we have a daily somatic breath work, and lastly we have speaking it out into your phone or journaling it out, just getting it out of your body, getting it out of your mind. So if this was helpful for you, please give it a big thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video on all things wellness, clarity, healing, and just being fully centered and connected to yourself. So sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Besos. How do you clear your mind? Is it always clear? Do you breathe? Do you take deep cleansing breaths? Yep.